What's good, everybody? It's your boy Brian, the Casual Brian of the Casual Brand, and today I'm going to do a video breakdown of my fight at Worlds. This has been requested, and it's definitely understandable because, as you would guess, most of my friends don't do jujitsu, although I have a lot of friends that are in grappling. Uh, this will probably be helpful. I think that there's a error in the scoring, like it's showing me scoring and stuff. That's not what was happening. So I'm just going to walk you through. The first time I'm going to walk you through just like exactly what's happening so you can understand what's happening. And then the second time, I'm going to give you my opinion of what I could have done better. And yeah, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. If you do enjoy that, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, wherever you find this, wherever you see this. Just be sure to show some love. All right, so let's get right into it. I was actually pretty nervous about what to do. I didn't know if I was going to tap or bump. And I was like, wait a minute, you don't get 2 taps. I also didn't do the arm thing. Felt pretty good. Pretty cool. So right here, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in my game, you know? And then here, he threw on an armbar attempt. When I tell you, I thought my arm was going to snap, and it looked so fast there, but in the actual thing, it felt like at least a minute or 2. But I was able to get it out. But even against my forearm, it felt like it was going to break. I got my balance, but I didn't love, like you saw, he just lifted me up there. I didn't love that guard. His guard was very tough, and his hips were super strong. Felt good here. Wanted to get my right hand inside his foot, which I was able to do so I could press that down. I was leaning a bit too far there. Got my knee on there so I could break that grip. Now, normally when I break this grip, I'm good, but what he did, I started making my way back, and then he got me over it. But fortunately, I had a good grip and I was able to come back up, so I didn't get any points for it. But that did kind of startle me. I wanted to get up to break the guard, but I was weary of him bringing me over. Every time I kind of got up and started even thinking about mounting some offense, he would shake my guard. See, like right there, look at how strong his hips are. So he just swept me over because he started at the top or bottom. Now he's on top. That gives him 2 points. So he's trying to pass. He's trying to shake my hooks. I did a good job of staying connected, but then he stepped over when I was thinking about going for a butterfly sweep. So now I have him in like quarter guard, not really a proper half guard. I'm really defending right now my head to make sure that he can't close the distance and wrap up my head. Because once that happens, it's a very, very tough place to be. He felt really strong here, not like anything crazy, but he was pretty strong. I was just a little bit too tunnel. I had tunnel vision. I was just focusing on his head, his arm. He ended up closing the distance, and now he just passed my guard. So that's an additional 3 points. So now I'm losing 5-0, which was very frustrating. I didn't feel like I was completely out of it because I knew I had a good amount of time, so I wanted to try to get some space. I had that outside leg, which really helped him from really kind of getting his game off. I felt what he was going to do, which I was happy about because I know I have a pretty good escape. He steps over, and this is actually my game I play a lot. I normally step over with the other leg, but when he did that, I was excited because I knew I could get out. I always get out. And I was also cautious because he got the arm bar at first, so this time I wasn't going to give him any chance. So here I thought I had come up, and I thought I could have got points, but I guess because he was going for the submission, he's not penalized. I don't know exactly. I break free, we're in a little bit of a scramble. And instead of staying up, I let myself go into his close guard. This was a big mistake. I should have stayed up. I should have not allowed myself to go. I would be lying if I was saying that I wasn't a little tired. But one thing that I was happy with is that I kept putting pressure on him. I got to do a better job of breaking grips and getting better grips for myself, because, trying to put pressure on without proper grips, you leave yourself vulnerable. So we're fighting right now. He's trying to make a grip. I'm trying to keep him from making a grip. That was funny. I giggled in my head when the ref came over and put it. So here I'm getting ready to go for a pass. I like to stand, put pressure, and once I feel my weight, you see, every time I tried to go for my offense, he unbalanced me. I'm looking at my posture right now, and it was way too far over, and that was a big mistake. Even now, I'm way too far over. I'm not really making good angles. This is a better angle, and I had a good grip, so he couldn't really tip me over because I'm holding the inside of his gi, and I have a good base. What I should have been going for, well, I'll say that on the second time. So now I'm back in this closed guard, but this time I have a foot up. So every time, see, this is I don't like this. I mean, I have to do this and collect. Now, when the ref stopped me here, I didn't really understand what happened. I thought maybe I got in trouble. I thought maybe he had his foot somewhere. The ref tells me to tie my belt, but make sure I leave part of it outside. I'm like, what? What I should have done, and so then I was overthinking it. What I should have done is I should have just tied it and then took the part out. So he's looking at his side. He has his coaches. He has his team over there to the side. That's what he's looking at right now. And I fortunately had Darcel, who was yelling the whole time. It was pretty exciting. So I ended up just kind of taking it out. I didn't know what was happening. I don't really know why we had to do that. I also feel like that's not where he was. Yeah, he was all the way in closed guard. All right. So I'm like, okay, I need to stand up, flex his gi, stand up, and break his guard. He didn't really fight me. So this is something where he was trying to tip me or possibly set up an omoplata. His hips were so strong, but now at this point I've already kind of felt it and I know where it is, and so like when he moves, I can move. Now what I was trying to do, but he's so one thing that I don't think people can really realize is he's actually standing me up. I'm not just getting up. He's lifting me up with his leg, and it was so frustrating. It was so tough. I also feel sorry for everybody who's watching who might not, who saw that I was up 5-0. I was not. It was the other way. So right here, I felt good. What I like to do is I like to try to, so right here, I was thinking, okay, if I can get my head over his foot, or really just flip him over. I wanted to try to see if I can flip him over or come around. But again, he just did a great job. Like windmilling that foot. It was so frustrating, such a pain in the butt. I wasn't really afraid of the trying. I should have been more afraid, but I felt good. I felt like I was in and out in a strong way, and I was giving him really good pressure. Right here, I look up at the clock and I realize I got 10 seconds. So I said, all right, well, let me just give it at least some kind of a try. But I had already realized that I had no chance, which was frustrating. But I was like, let me at least try something. What I really should have done is try to pass. But, you got 10 seconds. What are you going to do? So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't my best performance, but there's a lot of good things. It was my first time at Worlds feeling that pressure, and I think I could do better. So I'm going to tell you now what I think some of the mistakes I was already kind of going into it. But so right here, I should not have let him put me. I should have disengaged and then approached on my terms. But I just it was just tough. Right here, I mean, the bite of his armbar, I think, startled me a little bit and kind of made me a bit hesitant. Now here I felt good. I really wish I could have broke that sleeve grip. It was really just a pain in my butt. For the bicep, I should have at least one thing that I messed up on is I just didn't immediately address grips. That's just from immaturity and competing and being lax. Sometimes when you're training, you have more time. There's like, I don't know, there's just this guy, he kept attacking, and that's something that I will be doing next time. I'm going to just be attacking. I'm not going to be so focused on staying safe. I get it, but I just think that was an error on my part. I felt good about this, but those legs, man, I just have to anticipate it more and make sure that my base is in such that if they come for me, if they try to tip me, I should be good. And I gotta stop letting him make that sleeve grip. That sleeve grip was really the biggest thing that was getting me this whole time. Foot too, this like right here. And I normally do a much better job of controlling the legs. Here, I should have, instead of trying to butterfly, I think I had enough space to where I could have tried to sit back up, extended them out and sit back up, or I should have kept that pants grip and went for a sweep myself. Now here's really frustrating. I was so focused on the head that there's going to come a time where, I think even right here, I could have fished that underhook right there and tried to wrestle up. And that's what I should have done. And it makes me so angry every time I see this video. I really wish I would have solved that. But you know what I mean? Like, I can't beat myself up too bad. My coaches weren't able to be there because they pushed my fight 40 minutes earlier than what it was supposed to be. So as a result, I didn't have anybody that could kind of talk me through it. I still should have known it. Here, I wasn't upset with my guard recovery. I was able to get my knee back in, and really kind of force him. Like, I don't think that where he ended up is where he wanted to be. He ended up attacking an arm bar, but I think it was because he just wasn't comfortable, and he knew that if he stayed there, I was going to retain my guard. I was going to recover my guard. So I was happy. I kind of baited him into going for this armbar, and I think he felt comfortable because he was up 5 points. Here, I should have passed. I should have, right here, I should have put him down on his hip and then passed around to the left. Right, I mean, right here. That's what I was kind of thinking and setting up. I was making my grips, and as soon as I attempted to go around, he explodes out. So I still wanted to try to go around, and then right there, that was a huge mistake. I should have popped back up, tried to break the guard. This was the first time I was actually having him reacting to me a little bit. Another time, I should have tried to strip the guard, probably the left one first with my knee in his thigh. But again, I just felt like he was one step ahead of me, smarter. He seemed more, under control. Like, he knew what he wanted to do, whereas I felt like I was just reacting to what he was throwing at me. I was happy that, I was able to defend. I was able to play my game. Sometimes you go out here and you're just doing whatever. This is the game I play. I can normally play it better. And, there's lots of room for improvement. But at the same time, this is the game I play. This is the game I want to play. I like to be in tight. I like to be close. I think it eliminates a lot of stuff. But there are people at Marcelo that I can train with, that I'm going to be training with, that can really help me improve these gaps. I just one thing as I'm looking back again, I just did a very poor job of controlling his legs, and that's normally a big part of what I'm doing. I think the concern came from him attacking, him making those grips on my sleeves, and and so on and so forth. Can skip ahead. I think I was getting better. I was getting more comfortable. 7 minutes. I was a little bit concerned about gassing. Like right here, we were breathing so hard, both of us. It was funny. It was a shared moment. But I mean, look how strong he is. But he's just also making better grips, and that's the thing about it. I have to counter his grips. So, I talked through some of it last time, but that's basically what happened. That's what I can do. I'm looking forward to training again. I got very specific things that I'm going to be working on over this next month. I think I can improve my game in a way that'll make me even more competitive. Definitely my goal next time is to score and obviously not get scored on. So yeah, thank you. And if you have any notes, some people have already reached out, but if there's anything you saw, be sure to shoot me a message and let me know. I'm always trying to get better. The beautiful thing about jiu-jitsu is that the more humble you are, the faster you can improve. So it was great. I had a blast. I can't wait to do it again. And until the next time, big